shoulder press. Bear with me a little bit because these are extremely long dumbbells, so it might look a little bit more awkward versus like your regular dumbbells. But you're gonna set up the way that you would for a normal shoulder press. Probably go lighter than you think you should for the first, and then you can work your way up, obviously. What we're gonna do, the setup's a little bit different. Where normally, you're at a pretty steep incline. Normally, you're kind of at this angle, doing your shoulder press out here. The difference is for this, you're gonna bring it in here, okay? So you see how my elbow to wrist is straight up? You're gonna keep it that way all the way down. Straight up, all the way down. So you're gonna wanna do this and go back up. But the two cues I want you to think about is elbow in, wrist out. So you're creating this movement. You want to stay braced the whole time as you're doing this. Think about all your points of contact. So your feet are driving into the floor, your back and your head's pressed against the bench or whatever. And then you're maintaining your core brace the whole time, making sure you're as still as possible so you can really control where the weight's going the best you can. So let me see if there's anything else. The other thing I would say is we don't want this with our wrist, right? We want strong wrist where the weight ends up kind of sitting in this little pocket right here, and you'll be able to tell the difference when you're pushing like this weight up versus you're pushing here, because then the movement is coming from your shoulders, not from your wrist and your forearms and everything. So you're propped up here and you're thinking about literally pushing the weight up, right? You're not thinking about raising your arm up, you're thinking about pushing the weight up. And like I said, elbow in, wrist out, going up as far as you can and coming back down. If you feel yourself having any compensations at the top, just don't go as high quite yet.